Good afternoon, class 10. Today's topic is about the Quit India movement and the peasantry. After the provincial election of 1937, the Congress won the majority and formed the provincial government. This marked the beginning of a new kind of peasant movement. The different Congress ministry had introduced legislation which aimed at giving some relief to the peasants. This was an opportunity for the mobilization of the peasants. The main characteristic of this movement was the absence of anti-landlordism, which was seen in the previous movements of the peasants. They were in no mood to undertake any rent-free and no rent and no revenue movement. The communists used their organizational strength of the Kishan Sabha of the Congress and the Congress Socialist Party to augment their influence on the peasantry. They founded All India Kishan Sabha in 1936. It was the first organization of the peasant on an all India basis. With the model of Russian Revolution before them, the communists showed their interest in trade unions rather than the peasants' movement. The Congress leaders were not interested in this. A few leaders of them were associated to the Kishan Sabha. Yet they refused to give their blessings to the Kishan Sabha. At Haripura Congress in 1938, it was declared that Congress is itself in the main Kishan organization or Sabha. All India Kishan Sabha organizationally was based on provincial Kishan Sabha. In many provinces, Bengal, UP, Gujarat, Madras, the communists were successful in organizing some peasants' unrest. Their demands were abolition of the zamindari system and moratorium on death. The communists wanted to work in active cooperation with the local Congress committee. An article published in the National Front, P.C. Joshi defended the united front with the Congress so that a peasant struggle could be transformed into a people struggle. The topic is over.